Xanthus invited a large company to dinner, and Aesop was ordered to furnish the feast with the choicest dainties that money could procure. The first course consisted of tongues cooked in different ways and served with appropriate sauces. This gave rise to a deal of mirth and witty remarks among the assembled guests. The second course, however, like the first, was also nothing but tongues, and so the third and the fourth. The matter seemed to all to have gone beyond a jest, and Xanthus angrily demanded of Aesop, "Did I not tell you, sirrah, to provide the choicest dainties that money could procure?" "And what excels the tongue?" replied Aesop. "It is the great channel of learning and philosophy. By this noble organ addresses and eulogies are made, and commerce, contracts, and marriages completely established. Nothing is equal to the tongue." The company applauded Aesop's wit, and good humor was restored. "Well," said Xanthus to the guests, "pray do me the favor of dining with me again tomorrow. And if this is your best," continued he, turning to Aesop, "pray tomorrow let us have some of the worst meat you can find." The next day, when dinner time came, the guests were assembled. Great was their astonishment, and great the anger of Xanthus at finding that again nothing but tongues was put upon the table. "How, sir," said Xanthus, "should tongues be the best of meat one day, and the worst another?" "What," replied Aesop, "can be worse than the tongue? What wickedness is there under the sun that it has not a part in? Treasons, violence, injustice, and fraud are debated, resolved upon, and communicated by the tongue. It is the ruin of empires, cities, and of private friendships." The company were more than ever struck by Aesop's ingenuity, and successfully interceded for him with his master. A wise answer saves all. The old man and his sons. An old man had several sons, who were always falling out with each other. He had often, but to no purpose, exhorted them to live together in harmony. One day he called them around him, and producing a bundle of sticks, bade them try each in turn to break it across. Each put forth all his strength, but the bundle resisted their efforts. Then, cutting the cord which bound the sticks together, he told his sons to break them separately. This was done with the greatest ease. "See, my sons," exclaimed he, "the power of unity. Bound together by brotherly love, you may defy almost every mortal ill. Divided, you will fall prey to your enemies." A house divided against itself cannot stand. The ant. Ants were once men, and made their living by tilling the soil. But, not content with the results of their own work, they were always casting longing eyes upon the crops and fruits of their neighbors, which they stole whenever they got the chance, and added to their own store. At last their covetousness made Jupiter so angry that he changed them into ants. But, though their forms were changed, their nature remained the same, and so to this day they go about among the cornfields and gather fruits of others' labor, and store them up for their own use. You may punish a thief, but his bent remains.